All right, guys. So our Baltimore Ravens just lost a heartbreaker. Man, with the AFC North lead on the line, all the hype up to this game in Baltimore, everything the Ravens had was right in front of them to control their own destiny. Now, if they win out, they can still control their own destiny, and that guarantees them to win the AFC North. But things just got tighter. Things just got a whole lot worse. Your margin for error just got a whole lot less. The Ravens still have the Packers and the Patriots on their schedule. They still got the Bengals next. They got Pittsburgh again. And if the Ravens won that game, they would have been in the driver's seat to win the AFC North. Man, that was an absolute heartbreaker. And I'm not one to typically complain about refs and about calls and stuff like that, but I will absolutely say that game was ripped away from the Ravens, man. They were absolutely robbed. Starting with the Pittsburgh field goal attempt that they said Travis Jones, pushed the center or whatever it was. Absolutely bogus. Pittsburgh comes right back on the field and scores a touchdown, and that was the difference in the game. The Ravens could have kicked the game-tying field goal twice at the end. The other big factor is the Isaiah Likely touchdown that was not called a touchdown. He made a spectacular catch, gets 2 feet down, taking steps forward with a defensive back draped over him. He clearly is in for a score with clear possession, and they take the touchdown away. Then the Ravens drive back down the field afterwards, and Lamar gets sacked to end the game. So, painful loss, man. Painful loss, because so many times the Ravens had an opportunity to win it. Now, there were some things the Ravens did to self-inflict, like the loop extra point that was missed, like the lack of pressure when DK Metcalf would catch 50-yard bombs downfield. Couple of penalties hurt the Ravens as well. Bateman dropped a wide-open touchdown. They had to settle for a field goal. If Bateman catches that touchdown, the Ravens could have kicked a field goal at the end there to win it. But we had to settle for 3 instead of 4. Makes it a 5-point game at the end. So the Ravens had plenty of issues themselves, but it felt like, man, the offense got rolling towards the second half, and you're like, whoa, this is the offense we expect. Offense looking good. The defense was getting stops, especially in the red zone. They gave up a couple of big plays to DK, but I can't put this game on the defense overall. Just a heartbreaking loss. Heartbreaking loss, man. I can't believe they ripped that touchdown away from Isaiah Likely, and they gifted the Pittsburgh Steelers a touchdown in the first half whenever they said Travis Jones, whatever. Now, number one, I just want to talk about the playoff implications real quick. It doesn't matter what Pittsburgh or Cincinnati does. If the Ravens win their last 4, they're guaranteed to win the division. Now, that's going to be easier said than done, but if the offense is playing like we saw in the second half of this game and the defense is plays how they have been, 2 major ifs, the Ravens could beat just about anybody. The Ravens could also drop a game to, let's say, the Packers. As long as they beat Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, they would still win the division. After winning 5 straight games, the Ravens now lose back-to-back divisional games and lose 2 straight. So they went from a 5-0 streak to now an 0-2 streak. They went from a 6-5 record to now a 6-7 record, back in the losing statistical category. At number 2, let's talk Lamar Jackson. He was good, not great. He did enough to win the game. He threw 2 touchdown passes that got taken away, or I guess one got taken away from Isaiah Likely, and then the other one from Rashad Bateman got dropped. So he should have had 3 passing touchdowns in this game. The 1 interception was bad. That was the turnover. But he was 19 of 35, 219 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Took 2 sacks. The sack to end the game was brutal. I'd have liked to at least seen a throw it up in the end zone throw it somewhere like it's fourth down. You can't take the sack there. Inexcusable for any quarterback in any scenario to take the sack there. They have to at least throw the ball up and see what happens. Even if it gets picked off, it's still the end of the game, right? So, yeah, he had a couple of really nice throws with some zip on it to Zay Flowers. I can think of the big gain there at the end. I can think of some nice throws over the middle. The nice long completion to Flowers down the sideline on the first drive. Henry, not very effective today. 25 carries for 94 yards. Oh, by the way, there was a pass to Henry that Henry probably would have gained 30 or 40 yards, maybe even scored. He had so much space in front of him. But Lamar Jackson just short-armed him, didn't quite hit him, and incompletion. Couple of boneheaded mistakes combined with the lack of help from the referees today, and the Ravens find themselves at 6-7. Keaton Mitchell, he has an injury, but 6 carries, 76 yards. He had that 50-yard run, man, that set up the Ravens to come get back in the game there. Flowers had 8 catches for 124 yards. He's our clear wide receiver 1. Likely seems like our wide receiver 2 right now. Bateman should have gotten the end zone and had 3 catches, but he dropped that one. He had 2 catches for 23. Kohler had 1 for 19. Andrews 1 for 9. D-Hop had a target, but was kept off the stat sheet. At number 3 on defense, Kyle Hamilton. Name wasn't called very often, didn't make much of an impact. Marlon Humphrey got beat a couple of times by DK. Secondary played pretty well. Couple of missed tackles. Roquan had 10 tackles. 4 of those were solo. He had a tackle for loss. Nobody on defense really popped off the stat sheet or really had a big game. Not that anyone was necessarily terrible, but nobody really stepped up and when we needed them and to force a turnover. The other thing is like that turnover, that ball that got popped up in the air, Aaron Rodgers, at that point, he's no longer like a quarterback in the pocket dishing the ball downfield. He's a receiver, and the ball throws up. He goes to catch it, never has clear possession of it. It would be just like if the ball was thrown downfield in a corner and a receiver were fighting for it. Whoever came away with clear possession would have gotten the ball. I don't understand how they didn't. They took away that turnover. So they took away that turnover. They had the bogus roughing the center call from Travis Jones that gives them a touchdown. Then they take away Isaiah Likely's touchdown. So many factors here. The Ravens, things that just not go the Ravens' way. So, yeah, I'm frustrated. It hurts. It makes the Ravens' playoff path a whole lot harder. And at this point, if they're playing like this on offense where they're only putting up 3 points on the, it was like 3-17 at one point. The offense was just sputtering, but then all of a sudden you're like, man, here comes the Ravens offense. Here comes Lamar and Henry. Here comes Keaton Mitchell. And I thought Lamar looked more athletic today. Looked good, looked quick and shifty. Frustrating, man. But no doubt about it, Ravens have to win in Cincy next week. And guess what? They're going to have to go through Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase on the road. So Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, it's going to have legendary performances. The defense is going to have to play well and not turn the ball over. Last matchup with Cincy, turn the ball over 5 times. If they don't do that, very likely they win that game. And if they had won one of these last 2 division games, they'd be sitting with a winning record and still in the driver's seat of the AFC North. So, yeah, let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below, man. There's a lot more we could talk about, but frustrating loss. We'll be going live on Monday with Ryan from Flock Rundown to do some Ravens therapy. Talk it out, man. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Remember, if you guys are watching this, man, you're a true Ravens fan and a true supporter for the Flock family, because we got to stick with our team even when it's looking rough. So we're going to ride with them, man. Win or lose. Very frustrating. I want to talk about some more things with Falele and the offensive line and the coaching right now, but I'm not going to. You guys can let me know in the comments, man. I love you guys. Appreciate y'all, and we'll see you in the next video.
Ray, when he wasn't looking, he ran me over.